Hi everybody, it's Miss Jane. I'm going to read to you today Curious George and the Puppies. Do you have pets at your house? Do you have dogs or a cat or birds or snake? So I'm going to read about George and let's see if he ends up with a dog. Okay, this is Curious George. Let me move my chair over here. You can see the book. Okay. This is George. George was a good little monkey and always very curious. One day, George went for a walk with his friend, the man with the yellow hat. And there he is, the man with the yellow hat, and George walking. When they sat down to rest, they noticed a tiny kitten peeking out from under a bush. The kitten looked frightened. "Perhaps she is lost," said the man, and the man with the yellow hat. Together he and George searched the park for the little kitten's mother. But the kitten was all alone. So George and the kitten and the man with the yellow hat drove to the animal shelter. Do you know what an animal shelter is? It's where stray animals go. They don't have a home or an owner. And they go there and hopefully someone will come and rescue them from the shelter and take them home. So they went to the shelter. So George, said the man with the yellow hat, drove to the animal shelter. "The kitten's too young to be on her own," the man said. "We should take her to the animal shelter where they can find her a home." That's right, they want to find her a home. If you ever find an animal that doesn't have an owner, that's where you should take it. The director of the shelter was glad to see them. "It was good of you to bring the kitten here," she said. "We will be happy to take care of her." There's the animal shelter. "Come in," the director said, "but watch where you step. We have a huge litter of puppies, and one got out of his cage. We're still looking for him, so please be careful." She closed the door quickly behind them. So one dog is lost at the shelter. George gave the kitten to the director. Then he and the man with the yellow hat went inside. George had never been to an animal shelter before. Animals of all kinds were being cared for. George saw bunnies, turtles, guinea pigs, even a snake. But he didn't see any puppies. So look at all the animals that are in the shelter. Can you see them? Can you see the snake? How about the raccoon? I see a raccoon. Do you see? Oh, there's the guinea pig. Oh, I see a turtle up here. And I see some bunnies. So they're all being taken care of at the animal shelter till they find a home. "George, I need to sign some papers," said the man with the yellow hat. "Please stay here and don't be too curious." Just as the man with the yellow hat left the room, George heard barking. Maybe it was the puppies, but where was it coming from? George was curious. Of course he was, right? He followed the barking noises. So the man with the yellow hat said, "Don't be too curious." But George couldn't help himself. He heard barking and he followed the noises and found a room full of dogs. Look at that, a room full of dogs. There were yellow dogs, spotted dogs, sleek dogs, fluffy dogs. There were quiet dogs, yappy dogs, and even a dog without a tail. But where were the puppies? See all those dogs up there? All kinds of dogs. But no puppies. George wanted to find the puppies. Then George saw a little wagging tail. Then another, and another, and another. Look. He found the puppies. Once George saw the puppies, he could not take his eyes off them. He had to pet one. Here was a puppy. There was a puppy. George wanted to hold the puppy. Slowly he opened the door. No, George. Slowly he opened the door. But before George could even reach the puppies, the mother dog pushed the door open and she was off like a shot. George tried to close the door after her, but the puppies were too fast. There was nothing George could do. The puppies got out. Oh, no. There's nothing he could do. Puppies were everywhere. Puppies hid under the desk. Puppies barked at bunnies. One puppy played with the telephone cord, and another climbed up on top of a cage to watch the others get into mischief. Soon all the dogs were barking. The cats were meowing, and the bunnies were rustling into the corner of their cage. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. Barking, meowing. See the man with the yellow hat? Oh, no, cried the director as she and the man with the yellow hat rushed into the room. Now all the puppies are out. Oh, no, all the puppies are out. The man with the yellow hat helped the director gather up the puppies and put them safely back in their cage. Soon all the animals were settled down and they were finally quiet. Except for one who was still barking. It was the mother dog. What was she barking at? There was nothing here at the door. There was nothing at the door. Oh, there must be something on the other side, George. He opened the door, and what do you think is going to be there? I think it's a puppy. A puppy was hiding in the closet. It was a missing puppy. Everyone was happy to finally find the puppy. The director scooped him up and said, George, you certainly caused a ruckus. Yes, you did. But if you hadn't let the puppies out, we might be still searching for this little one. Then she gave the puppies and their mother a snack. The puppies are now big enough to go home with family and live with families that will take care of them, she said. Do you want to take one home, George? What do you think George said? Would you want to take one home? I would. I think George said yes. And there he is with a puppy. Oh, now George has his very own puppy that he rescued from the shelter. Yay, George. Yay. Oh, that was a nice book about puppies in the shelter. Thanks for coming. See you next time.